All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so basically, like I was saying, yeah, there's a cosmic force, a cosmic energy that's calling out to you. And essentially, it's like, you know how, like, when we think of, like, the cosmos, we think, like, the Most High God, right? And then when we think about earth energies, we think about, like, Gaia. When we think about, depending on what, you know, um, religion or where you come from, when we think about the sky, we think about the sky father, like what's his name? Wankan Tonka, the great Wankan Tonka spirit, right? Now, the energy, let's see, there we go. The energy that I'm picking up on is I don't know if this is from a different religion, different belief system, or what, but there's this energy that's calling out to you. Okay, I'm not seeing that it's a negative energy at all or nothing negative, but it's like this cosmic force that specifically wants you to do like a dance or a waltz with it on your journey. And it's gonna, I don't know if it's gonna reveal itself to you or what, but it's here to help support you in making all your dreams come true. Okay? You got the Emperor card. See, that's what I was saying. Whatever it is, it's not submitting itself to you, but it has like this energy of wanting to like nurture you for whatever reason. It's like it's kind of like if an animal chose its own master. Well, I can't say not like that, but you get what I'm going with this. There's a energy that's choosing you, basically, and it's a positive. It's a very strong force. You know, what I'm seeing is it has like this cloak. It's really protective. So not only does it want to create with you, but it wants to protect you with all with Archangel Michael out here. The vibe that I'm getting, it had with the cloak that's around you, it's full of like the feathers from like a peacock feathers and stuff, because it knows what you've been through. It's like a all-encompassing light or veil that's over you, that's embedded with nothing but peacock feathers, right? And you're resting in your power here, okay? So yeah, there's definitely a new beginning here, and you in your full power. The Emperor embodies all the kings. So this is somebody who's very mentally sharp. They take action when appropriate, but they know when to show restraint. They make plans, like with plans and stuff like that. They can plan for positive or negative or whatever it may be. They're emotionally balanced, mentally balanced, and it's like their money is good too, or whatever resources that they work with is really good. So it doesn't matter what you give an emperor, he knows how to make it work for the sake of his kingdom, your empire, and everybody's involved, right? So this energy wants, whatever this energy is, it's calling out to you, and it wants to become that. It's trying to take you from this full energy where you're just unassuming and you're innocent. With the full energy, essentially the advice that I get from that has to do with the Tao Te Ching. With the Tao Te Ching, it basically says that when something is full, you can't fill it anymore. Anything that's full, it seeks to be empty. So basically, like if you had a cup of water and you was pouring water into this cup, the more you pour water into this cup, the more it empties itself of pre-existing water, right? The same is true for if it was empty. Now, if in the opposite, if you're emptying the cup, as you're emptying it, it's seeking, like, once you pour everything out, or what we consider pouring everything out, the droplets and the dew that is on the inside of the cup, it condenses, and then it rolls down whatever slope there is. So essentially that's symbolic of the cup looking and searching for any and everything it can find to empty itself of, because that's what it's doing. It's emptying itself, right? Now with the Fool card, I'll say all of that to say this. It's like when you are full of pride, God can't work in your life. You see what I'm saying? There's no room for God to work in your life because you're full of pride. Now, when you are when you're full of yourself, energies like this can't work with you. That's why we have, like the Fool card, because basically you're emptying out your perception of certain things, your expectations of certain things, how things should go. You're emptying all of that and you're becoming like the child. The most powerful thing you can do in this lifetime is to be like a child, because when you approach problems as a child would, you're unassuming. You want to know, you're curious, but you are unassuming, which allows for the true answers to come to you effortlessly. And that's essentially the energy that's here. It's like whatever this energy is, you've already emptied yourself of some kind of energy or whatever it may be. And now this energy is reaching out to you to want to fill that void and assist you on moving forward in life. And that's why you have this Emperor card out here. This is a really powerful card, especially in this circumstance. This is basically, I create what I speak. Anything you put your mind to, you can create, and you will dominate that. Anything that you feel you need to do, you do that, and it pays off. Any action that you take that is in a positive light for the well-being of yourself and others is going to be immaculate. It's going to work out well. Okay? As a result of that, though, you got the Five of Pentacles out here in reverse. So as a result of this energy wants you to reach out to it and mold and build with it, because it's going to change your finances. Wherever your finances are right now, this is a change for the better. So if you're already doing good, it's going to increase even better. If it's, rocky, it's going to change for the better. You're in control at this time. The universe has, if you took any L's or anything like that, because I've been hearing about a lot of that. If you took any L's, if you had things leave or whatever it may be, keep in mind you asked for a new beginning. If you asked for a new beginning, or if you were manifesting a new beginning, in order to do that, the universe had to empty itself out of what you already had in order to start something new, to give you something new. If your hand is closed, the universe cannot give you something else. You see what I'm saying? And essentially that's the vibe of the energy that's out here. Your ancestors are letting you know that once you embody this Emperor energy, you're going to be unstoppable. Well, you get what I'm saying. You're going to be in this energy where there is no limit to what you can create, and every single thing that you think, do, say, and or create is going to draw in money for you. A lot of money, and I'm seeing a whole lot of money out here. This is a lot of money. In the last season, the Scorpio season, had a lot to do with karma and karmic debts and stuff like that. 8th house, debt with other people and stuff like that. That's to let that right there is going to set the curve. Because if you it's one thing to already have money and then build from there, right? Let's say if you had $10 and then you get another 10, that's 20. So you had an increase in 10. But if you are behind, let's say if you owe 100 and you come up to positive 200, that's $300. So the universe is getting ready to use debt to increase your value, essentially, is what I'm seeing here. All the things that was in deficit in your life, deficit in wisdom, deficit in with knowledge, or whatever it may be, courage, whatever that you were in deficit of, you're coming into an era where you're able to create a surplus in that energy. The new path that's available here is the Four Cups in reverse here, right? So whatever you've been focused on and all that stuff, there's something that you were focused on that was stopping this new beginning from coming in. Okay? whatever it is, you're getting ready. There's going to be a shift. There's getting ready to be this shift where it's like your concentration on whatever this was before or whatever you lost is going to be broken because of what's coming in. So you're being urged to break your concentration off of what happened so you can focus on what's new. Yeah, you got awakening in reverse. There was this, whatever that was, you avoided a tower. It was either go through a major tower, have something major happen in your life, or lose whatever would happen, or take a L in some way, shape, or form, right? Whatever this new energy is, it's coming in because it's going to help you over whatever tower that was sent towards you or whatever was in your way or whatever. It has the power to clear the path for everything that was stopping you, especially in terms of like lack of concentration or things of that nature. This energy wants to come in and it wants to work with you and guide you to where you're supposed to be. I want to say it's a benevolent energy. It's warm like a sun. It's really warm like the sun, right? But the thing is, I'm thinking it was sent by God to help you, whatever this is. Almost like a guiding force or a guarding force that's coming in to help you, okay? So yeah, you're gonna be taking charge back over with, whatever you had lost, right? Now, with this Four of Cups here, this has to do with like being obstinate, or maybe you were avoiding taking a certain path that was really good for you. You were avoiding something. Whatever that is, that time is up. It's time for you to act on whatever it is that you was avoiding or trying to keep from doing. And you also have, like I say, with this tower out here, there was something there was a trap laid in your path that you're going to avoid thanks to you working with whatever this energy is. I don't know if it could be, I see a unicorn and like an angel. So I'm assuming it's going to be like the using of some kind of natural energy, maybe an elemental energy combined with a cosmic force. Whatever it is, you're going to be able to draw it in at will. Matter of fact, you may not even have to draw it in. It's going to draw itself into your work, no matter what you do. This is what's getting ready to walk away, though. So there was some secrets and stuff about some work that was done against you. If you were feeling like that energy of, especially for people who are intuitive, if you're intuitive and you were like in this energy where it's like you can't focus on your intuition because you had a lot of energies triggering you at one time, whatever that was, it's dispelling. Somebody could have done something under the moon, or there was some kind of lunar energy that was being worked with, it was at it's a new moon phase. I can see it's a new moon energy, or some kind of new moon energy, or something that was done at the new moon is being broken down and destroyed. Whether it was designed, whether it was sent to you from the previous new moon, or it was sent to you at the full moon, and now that it's a new moon, but it has something to do with the lunar cycle, something to affect the way that you like your beauty. It has something to do about how you feel about yourself. With Archangel Haniel out here, Archangel Haniel has to do with beauty and grace, how you feel about yourself, and it's connected with the tree of life aspect. Is it Yod? It's connected to the mercy pillar. I want to say it's like it's not Kasad. It's not Kasad. I want to say it's like Yod or something, Yod or something like that. But it has to do with the beauty of God, Basically, that's what Haniel stand for, the beauty of God. Just like Mikael, it translates to whom is like God, whom is like God. It's like a question, you know? So essentially here, there was something, a tower or a trap or something that was designed to cripple your confidence, how you feel about yourself, how you feel, how you interact with other people. Something was sent here to cripple that. It was sent to cripple that, destroy that. But whatever it is, instead of destroying that, you avoided the trap already. But what's getting ready to happen now is whoever or whatever sent that to you, it's being dragged into the light for everybody to see. Everybody's going to see who and what this is and was. Because the thing about like energies like this, especially with the moon, see, the lunar energies are a reflection of the light of the sun, right? The sun is prominent and out in the open about what it does. The moon is kind of like a hidden energy, right? So with the moon in reverse, this is just giving me the vibe that, you know, something that was hidden is coming to the light. It's coming to the light. Whatever this was, whatever was meant to destroy your life, and that was done at the new moon, it's coming out. Somebody tried to draw something onto your energy, or even do some kind of root work or something like that to drawing through your feet, some kind of energy or something like that to bring about a tower. That's why, you know, in the Bible, it was talking about how Jesus, you know, clean the feet with the oil and stuff like that, foot washings and stuff like that. Because essentially what happens is when you draw in energy or when you draw in blessings and stuff like that, it comes from the feet. It don't come from the top down. You draw in energy from the feet up. And then whatever energy that your mind is on, your mind oscillates and connect to the energy. It's kind of like your mind oscillate and it connects to a satellite, a cosmic satellite, and that satellite draws in whatever it is you're oscillating, if that makes any sense. Anyway, yeah, I read too much. You got the 7 of Cups out here. So you're being guided at this time to make a decision on something and to stop procrastinating. There's something you keep delaying and pushing back. The time for delay is no longer. That's part of what this tower was about too. It's kind of like something was going to bring you in something very significant, but you kept putting it off. So the universe came through and pretty much got rid of, emptied out quite a bit of stuff, right? It emptied out quite a bit of stuff for you, right? Hang on. It emptied out quite a bit of stuff. Now it's time for you to put in the work, stop procrastinating and start doing your research. If it's a spiritual, regardless of what pursuit it is, it could be spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, you know, whatever. But there's something you've been procrastinating on that it's time to stop. You know what I'm saying? And because of whatever you're procrastinating on, it's keeping you from connecting to that energy there. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the Strength card out here. So basically the strategy here, if there was a strategy, this card says great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. One of the strongest things you can do in life is forgive. Okay? Forgive and move on. Now, my obstacle with forgiveness was this. Something I had to learn about forgiving people is that I can forgive you all I want, but if they're not ready to receive that forgiveness, sometimes you don't have to bring that forgiveness to them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you forgive, like if you're gonna forgive somebody, forgive them for yourself, but forgive them to yourself and just let it go. Okay? Because the thing is that if you go out of your way to forgive somebody for something that they've done and you try to like force your forgiveness onto them and they're not ready for it, it's not going to have any merit. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to wait for people to be ready. That's just like with, because forgiveness in itself is a blessing, right? Now, if you are in a circumstance or a situation where it's like, somebody's trying to, get forgiveness from you or whatever, and they come to you or whatever, and that's something different. But like I say, it's kind of like if God was going to give you a blessing, if God was going to give you a blessing, he can't give it to you if you are in a certain kind of mind state. If you're not ready for it, he can't give it to you. Because if he gives it to you, there's a huge chance you're going to lose it. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like being rewarded for something you didn't earn. With Archangel Ariel out here, this has to do with the light of God, okay? So you're going to get struck by some kind of inspiration that you're going to be, that the universe suggests you, work on or take action on. Because as of right now, there's like this stagnant energy in you. And there's going to be some kind of divine upload or download or something that's going to give you a perspective about something that's going to allow you to move forward in your life. Yeah. That's, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's in your career or wherever there's the obstacle, it could even be your relationship, because I'm going to break this down for a relationship right after I get done with this one. And I'm a, relationship, career, friendships, whatever. Okay, so yeah, there's some strength you're going to have. It's not going to be an easy path, whatever this is. It's not going to be like super easy, but you have the inner strength to get through this. But for some reason, there's something here that's trying to play on your doubt. Remember, I talked about that moon card in the reverse, about that, what is that? That whatever it was trying to disrupt the way you feel about yourself, Hanaya, disfigure your beauty, whatever that is, it's causing you to be stagnant and you're second guessing yourself on something. You're going to have to rely on your inner strength because the light of God is here. The light of God is going to beam down. It's going to give you the energy, the enlightenment you need. You have the Empress in reverse here. Yeah, it's like you closed your heart off to something here. Whatever it is, right? But also the vibe that I'm getting here is like, when you do create whatever this is, make sure it's something you love. You have to have your heart into it, because if your heart is into it, it's not gonna work out, right? Do what you love to do. If you're gonna build a business based off of something you love to do. If you're gonna be in a relationship, be in a relationship with somebody that you would love to be with. If you are, it really doesn't matter whatever it is. Go where you love to be, because the thing is like when you work places where you love to work, it's like the money will stack up, and it's like you never worked a day in your life. When you're in a relationship with somebody that you love to be with, it's like by the time you look up, years are going to be passed by. You guys probably, married, all that other stuff. And I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but it's going to be perfect for you and that person. You see what I'm saying? Because both of your hearts are into it. Hold on. Oh, bless me. Woo. Anyway, your ancestors are telling you, follow your heart and don't ignore your heart, because you ignoring your heart is causing a lot of energy to like stagnate in your life. Yeah, 5 of Cups out here. This failed. This just failed. So the energy with this 5 of Cups is basically there's some stuff emotionally that you have to let go. It's like, I don't know if you let something go or forgave somebody and now you're focusing on that because you might feel taken advantage of because you forgave them. But I'm here to let you know that that was the right thing to do. Whoever it was that thought that they were getting over on you by confusing you or convincing you to forgive them or playing on your energy or whatever it may be for forgiveness, they think they got away with something. They didn't. They didn't. But your forgiveness can't be built off of knowing that they're going to get it, because then you're going to go and you're going to be watching and waiting. The best thing to do right now is to surrender the desire to see your enemies get what's coming to them. That's the overall energy here. Surrender that desire. Empty that cup. Empty those cups. And then the reality of the situation here, it's time to start. There's a new idea here or some kind of new energy out here for you to work on. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got this download, whatever it was like this new idea or something new that you were working on. You're being advised to go back to that and work on that and develop whatever this was. It says challenging information delays or changing plans, truth delivered without tact. You know what I'm saying? But the way I see it here, it's the beginning of information coming in. There's going to be a lot of different informations coming in, a lot of premature information. If you're in a relationship or you're interested in somebody, it could be the information of gossip. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a business, this is just like hearsay. Like, you know, there's, a rumor that this market is going to be booming now and this and that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it always goes back to this 7 of Cups here, where you're supposed to do your research, look into what you're being told, no matter what it is. Now, if you're in a relationship, I can see there's going to be a new beginning here. There's definitely a new beginning here. Whoever this person is, this is somebody who takes charge, and you're going to feel safe and protected with this person because this person is a builder this person is a builder. Okay. This isn't somebody who leaves things to fate. Okay. Which by this person taking care of business is going to allow you to be in this carefree energy, because this person's energy is going to make you feel safe and protected. So you will feel like you can do even more than what you would normally do. You're going to be empowered, essentially, right? And as a result of this person coming into your life, it's going to change your perspective about a lot of things. Your mood is going to switch. And when your mood switch to a more loving space, it's going to draw in a whole lot of money for you. Your finances is going to change. Okay. Now you got this 4 of Cups. That person that you were focusing on, that relationship from the past, going forward, you're going to let it go. Whether you see it or not, you're going to let that go. And when you let that go, whoever that was trying to keep you connected to them in that cycle, they're going to go through a tower. You're going to avoid some kind of conflict that they're already involved in. Somebody is involved in a conflict right now, and they're trying to drag you into it. Whatever it is, it's a tower that you're going to avoid. And whatever it is also going to come to the light with this Moon card here. Now, as a result of this new person coming in, make sure you do your research now. Like if everybody has something going on, whatever it may be, but definitely, I put it like this. It's hard for me to say something like this, but basically, don't overthink it. Okay? Whoever or whatever you were with in the past, they probably beat you down, and got you seeing yourself in a certain kind of light where you're not worthy, or like you can't do better than them, or they're the best thing that could ever happen to you, or maybe that's just how you feel. But the thing is about that is like, if you don't take a risk and empty out your perspective, your perception of what this person could or was to you, you'll never know if a better cup comes along. So definitely, if you feel like that there's something in the past that's keeping you from moving forward, maybe habits or whatever it may be, Pay attention to them. Research yourself, essentially, here. Don't procrastinate about this. Definitely do research on yourself and what you might perceive to be, you know, a hindrance or whatever it may be, and come to terms with it, okay? This is who you are. This isn't a thing to where you're changing it to adapt to somebody else's lifestyle or personality, because that's not what life is about. Life isn't about modifying yourself to fit into the world. It's accepting yourself and then accepting the world. See, if you learn how to accept yourself, you'll learn that there's certain flaws that you have to learn to accept. And when you meet other people, that acceptance that you have for yourself, when you extend that acceptance to other people in the world, that right there is a reflection of you knowing how to accept yourself. So basically what I'm saying here is that when you are out in the world and you come across people who are difficult to deal with, that are unforgiving, that's because they can't forgive themselves. They struggle to forgive themselves. We are all mirrors. That's all we are, mirrors. Whatever's going on in our life, you're going to know based off of what this person cultivates in their life. Whatever a person cultivates in their life is going to tell you where they are in their lives. So somebody who's always judging people or highly judgmental, that's somebody who either fears to be judged, who's been outcasted, or just somebody who is insecure about where they are in life and they don't want to face that. So what they do is they find somebody who they think is that they can make insecure and project that out onto them. When I went through a lot of the warfare that I went through, one thing that I learned was that low vibrational people don't know how to heal themselves, mostly because they don't know how to rationalize the pain. When you learn to rationalize your pain, you're able to reach out and find the remedy that you need to heal yourself. Now, most people who are like narcissistic, that are injured and can't heal themselves, these people generally project what they hate about themselves out onto other people and then fight that person. You know why? Because they don't know how to fight it within themselves. They don't know how to fight it in themselves. They don't know how to be alone. They don't know how to meditate and listen to themselves. They don't know how to do these things. That's something I had to learn. For some of us, it's easy. But for other people, it ain't like that. You see what I'm saying? So, basically, this is with this new energy coming in, it's time for you to audit your soul. It's an audit. Because basically, when we die, one thing about life and death is this: when we die, we're going to go and get audited. God is going to audit our soul. And essentially, the people who couldn't stay true to themselves, or those people, basically, he's trying to see who stayed true to themselves and who didn't. Okay? The people who stay true to themselves and openly admit that, they don't get necessarily leniency, but he's more understanding. But those who are inauthentic to their souls or inauthentic to themselves are the ones he's the harshest with. That's why when you have prophets like Moses, Elijah, Elisha, Jeremiah, Isaiah, all these people, what was that? The one who refused to go to Nineveh, I forgot his name. No, not Noah, but Jonah. Noah. All of them had something wrong with them. Noah was a drunk. Elijah was a drunk. You see what I'm saying? Moses was a murderer and he stuttered. Solomon, he got a little big-headed after the wisdom God gave to him. You see what I'm saying? Every person that God has ever used had something wrong with them that we would consider either a sinner or unforgivable, but they were true to themselves. So with this 7 of Cups here, This is basically telling you audit yourself and be authentic. Be real with yourself about be real with yourself about what you need to come to terms with in order to get whatever this is to be like a healthy relationship or whatever it may be. You see what I'm saying? Because essentially a healthy relationship is 100% me, 100% you. If it's 50-50, that's you holding back. You should never have to hold yourself back in a relationship, essentially. If you can't give your all, or if giving your all exhausts you, then no, it's not for you. You see what I'm saying? If you can't meet, you know what I'm saying? Because we always, I mean, meeting halfway is cool, but if you're meeting halfway and you're both giving everything you got, that's what it's basically all about. Because my 100% is going to be different than your 100%. My 100% may be your 37%. But if I'm giving it all that I have and you're giving it all that you have, that's all that really matters. Now with the strength card out here, it's gonna, because of what the tactics of the person that you were in a relationship with before, because of that, it played on your psyche in some way, shape, or form, okay? So you're gonna have to dig deep and get that inner strength out. You're gonna have that light of God to come back out. That childlike energy, you're gonna have to come and bring that back out. And you're gonna have to bring a death, or you're gonna have to bring some kind of death energy to this Empress in reverse card. I mean, energy here where it's like all that creative energy and stuff that you have, all them creative thoughts. And one thing that I always hated, you know, it's like when it comes to our people, like especially like Black people and stuff like that, when Black people are innovative, we always call it being ghetto. We always call it jury rigging. We always give it these connotations, right? But if you let somebody from a different race come up with the same idea, we call it innovation. We call it an invention. We call it breakthrough, right? Whatever this energy is and whatever connotation is connected to it that don't serve you, whatever is connected to it, let it go. If you're so focused on somebody that it's causing you to take your creativity to find creative ways to get at that person, that's a sign that you can use that same creativity for a business, to build things in your life, to forget, you know, whatever. One thing I had to learn in life is that if I can find 1,000 ways to conquer my enemy, I can find 1,000 reasons to walk away. I can find 1,000 ways to improve my life. I can find 1,000 whatevers to do. Because every single one of those thoughts, every single one of those meditations is time that I could have put into myself versus you. Last but not least, you got the page of swords out here. Yeah, you're gonna get some information coming in. It's gonna be petty. It's gonna be really petty. You're gonna get some kind of petty down. You know, somebody's gonna be really petty. Okay, but the thing is that that pettiness isn't a reflection of you. That's something you have to accept, because we already talked about this, right? What's within a person is what a person does is what's within them. If a person gossip all the time, basically, they have skeletons in their closet that they don't want known. So it's not about what you did. It's about what they're hiding. Why do you feel the need to try to demonize somebody so bad that you're trying to put all the attention on them? Generally, we see this in corporate world. Just like when, Madoff? Remember Madoff? He had everybody in that company focused on something while he was stealing from them behind the scenes. That's essentially how thieves work. Thieves have to sometimes thieves distract you with something to take something to keep you from noticing. A thief is generally designed in a manner where it's like they want you to not know what they do. So in order to do that, they need a distraction. They might use other people or whatever it may be as a distraction. So basically, with this Page of Swords, you're going to get information that's going to come in. Somebody's going to give you information. Somebody may gossip or drop facts on you. Double check it. That's all. Now, for those of you who are in a business sense, using the same energy, right, with this Dreamer card, that has to do with a new endeavor that you're working on. So it's a high risk, okay? It's a high risk endeavor. Chances are you may not be able to see the profit of it quite yet, but it's in the works, right? With the Emperor card here, it's something you're going to have to take authority over. You can't half step whatever this energy is, this business plan or whatever it is, whatever you're going into, new job, whatever it is, you have to be all in with this, okay? And when you're all in with this and you take control over, you know, whatever you need to take control over, it's gonna require you to be in a dominant energy where you're going dominant as in you making, you know, decisions, okay? Strong decisions that could affect the ebb and flow or the life and death of this company. And it's gonna change your finances all the way around, okay? This Four of Cups, you may have taken losses, but you're good. This is telling you not to focus so much on what everybody else is doing right now in terms of trends. Because if you notice what most businesses do, it's like you know, they pay attention to what's trending. You know, because you got the three elements of trending. You got those who are in the future ahead of it, those who are right on time with it, and those who are behind the trend. A lot of times, by the time you find out it's a trend, you're behind the schedule. That's the way our society is working. Because if you pay attention, like the television, it took the television probably about, back in the day when they had radio was around for about, I would say about 100 years or so, right? And then the television came out. People back then were saying the television would never catch on. In I would say about 20 to 30 years, television was everywhere. It was everything, right? Now, when the cell phone came, a lot of people was like, oh man, it ain't gonna catch on, it ain't gonna catch on. But guess what? Nowadays, that telephone or cell phone, you know what I'm saying? It caught on in less time and stayed around longer than the television. Because remember, the television had to redefine itself. At one point, it was the big television. It was a television in general, the big floor model television, the big TV generation. Then we got the flat screens and stuff like that, and then smart ones and stuff like that. You know, so basically, you're being told to digress from the current trends and think ahead. Because if you based whatever this business on the current trend, it could lead you into a tower. So you're being told to look ahead, okay? You're gonna avoid some kind of tower or something with this energy here. With the Moon card, there's also information that's being hidden from you with this business. I don't know if you bought the business from somebody or if you just haven't discovered it yet, but essentially a lot of times when you buy a business, there's stuff that the owner don't tell you, okay? Because it's kind of like buyers beware. You know what I'm saying? So definitely read the fine print and whatever this business is, this is all planning phase. So get your plans together with this business. It's going to require a lot of planning here and a lot of research with the Seven of Cups, same Seven of Cups energy here. Thoroughly research what you're doing and what you're getting into. You have to be consumed by it. I don't know if you guys remember me telling you guys this or not, but when it comes to being wealthy and being rich, there's two different things. Rich people cash checks, wealthy people write them. You see what I'm saying? Rich people, they have multiple streams of income, right? Wealthy people become the income. Jay-Z and Beyonce, they are the brand. They live the brand every day, right? Basketball player Michael Jordan, He's basically just cashing the checks. That's the difference. He may be a big name, but you know, he don't get paid for a lot of the shoes that he sells. He don't get paid for that. You see what I'm saying? Now that's the difference between being rich and being wealthy. Okay. Now, you know, you gotta, every endeavor, every business, if it's going to be successful, you have to become it. I'm not saying be there day and night or only eat, sleep, shit. No, none of that. What I mean when I say becoming is that it has to be something you love to do, something that lives in your heart. If that thing lives in your heart, you're not going to have to, you know, getting up and doing it won't be a chore. And you're going to love it, and it's going to take off because you're going to put your heart into it. All your inner strength is going to be channeled into that thing that you do, right? Now with this Empress card here, in reverse, in this circumstance, this just gives me the vibe of you feeling like you can't come up with something. Like maybe there's an obstacle with this, like you might have the general idea of what you want to do, but putting the details together is a little difficult, and you can't figure it out mentally how to do it. Now, if you're going to do this, there's something that you believe about this business that you have to let go. You have to let go of some kind of programmed mindset that you have about the business already. Like I said at the very beginning, you have to approach this like a child. You have to approach it with that childlike energy. When you do that and you unlearn all the things you think you know, it's going to open up a whole nother door. And whatever this Seven of Cup energy here has to do with procrastinating, you're gonna find that breakthrough that you're looking for. The wisest people in the world aren't the people who have gone to college or have PhDs. Those aren't the smartest people in the world. The smartest people in the world, the most intelligent people in the world are the people who are unassuming. Why? Because their mind is opened up to learning what they don't know. That's the reason why wisdom works the way that it works, where you can go out here on the street corner and the same people who are selling drugs have the same exact wisdom as the people who wrote the books for How to Get Rich and what is that? Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or 48 Laws of Power, or what is that? Seven highly effective habits. Seven habits for highly effective people by Stephen Covey. You know, books and stuff like that. And people with PhDs and stuff like that. See, yeah, they learn it from a book. But the thing is, the wisdom is just like a person. You see what I'm saying? Wisdom is like a person. There's two brains to it. You got the artistic brain, the left brain, and you got the right brain. Some of us have to learn that same wisdom logically by having to live it. And others arrive to the conclusion through, you know, I'll put it like this. Some of us arrive to the same wisdom through inductive reasoning, and some arrive to that same wisdom through deductive reasoning. You see what I'm saying? Those are two different routes, but it leads to the same wisdom. So that's why I say the smartest people in the world, the most wisest people in the world are the ones who are unassuming. So when you go into this business, you have to go in an unassuming energy so that whatever you need to know or see is going to come to you. If you assume no, it'll be no. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about this. Well, a lot of times when you assume something is no, it's definitely a no. But if you don't know if it's a no or not, chances are you're going to take your shot. And guess what? It could be the yes that you need to move forward. You got the Page of Air out here, Page of Swords out here. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of criticism about this business. There's a lot of naysayers. A lot of people are going to bring to you information about this that may usurp your groundedness with this work. But you're being advised to follow your own light in this circumstance situation. So yeah, that's basically like 3 messages in one, right? All right, so that's all I got. I am going to be, I'll cross that path when I get there. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. I love y'all all. And like I say, you know, just unassuming. to the best of your ability. I'm not saying like, and when I say unassuming, I'm not saying like something that's tried and true, because I don't want you to be like, oh, I'm just going to see how this works out, even though I had experience in regard. No, nothing like that. What I'm saying is basically when you are unassuming, you're gathering information. You're not acting. You're just gathering information in an unassuming way. You're digressing from a judge mentality. You see what I'm saying? And that digress, it can open up the doorway for your progress. All right, love y'all all. I'll catch up with y'all later. Peace.